What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, July 15th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Hope you had a great weekend. And what a weekend it was, huh? What a weekend it was. Very interesting. That's very Mars Uranus, what happened this weekend. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about, but of course, the incident at the Trump rally. Hmm. Interesting stuff. Um, Anyways, hope you're ready for this week, and I hope that this Monday is going to start off good for you. We are definitely saturated on this Monday in emotion. It's Cancer season. We got a moon in Scorpio right in the middle of it, and I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a lot of intense feelings. There's a lot of in-depth feelings. There's a lot of things that we really want to bond with. There could be a lot of things that are not really bonding. So it's a magnet right now. Life is always magnetic, and whenever the moon's in Scorpio, that's one thing it teaches us and it shows us, and it's something to be aware of, is the magnetics of life and what is being attracted in, and how we can receive and feel that, but also what is definitely being pulled apart, what is being separated. There's a repulsion, right, that can go there. So it's either a magnetic attraction coming together or repulsion. And how we, respond and react to both is very important. But I think as we grow, at least for myself, and I'm kind of like using myself in this, as I've grown, um, I've noticed that the more I can not hold on to the things that are leaving me, the better the opportunities and the more that will come in. Um, and I think most of you would agree with that, but it's hard sometimes to do that. These things are going to be on our mind today. We got Mercury at 19 degrees of Leo, and the moon's going to be squaring that later in the day. While Mercury's quincunx Saturn retrograde, and then the moon will trine that Saturn. And we won't quite get the trine to the sun today, but we'll definitely be getting that tomorrow morning. A little grand trine action with Saturn and the sun. Things are on the mind. There's a lot of in-depth things. We could be having intense feelings. We could be having intense emotions, things that we want to merge with, things that we're trying to attract in, and hopefully being able to merge that together passionately and being able to understand things passionately. Likewise, on the flip side, though, there's the repulsion and things, leaving, and that's on the mind too. And I think this Mercury here in Leo definitely wants to see the fun things in life and have a good time and kind of celebrate um, life in many ways. But, Scorpio is the sign of death. So it can be, trying to see the bright side in certain situations too, and having to come to different conceptualizations of what's leaving, what's coming in. And I think, trying to make things more fun than dark, because today could kind of have a dark feel to it with a moon in Scorpio. The moon hates being in here. Like -3, that's actually a good score for a moon in Scorpio. That's still not a good score. So, learning what we want to merge with, feeling our emotions is very important, and then having some relay to the mind that makes sense and that we can kind of linearly put together in a way that makes sense for us, I think could be a big sort of topic on today and how things progress, because it's just intense. How are you going to deal with the intensities? And how do you understand when things are intense? Are you able to come to understandings with your feelings and let them go? Or are they going to almost drive you insane? Are they going to consume you and take you deeper and deeper down a place you don't want to go? And this is where you got to kind of be responsible with Saturn in the mix and take the initiative to be mature about where things are going. Saturn in Pisces is trying to teach us that the responsible thing to do in many times is to let things go, to go with the flow. So it's up to you to figure out the flow of your life right now and put your mind on track. Be responsible too for your happiness, your creativity, your self-expression, and to express that fully. And this moon in Scorpio can kind of want to hide some things, but really, if you can like get things out today whether it's things you have to get off your chest or different things of that. Like that's the responsible sort of way to do things because you're going with the flow when you feel it and you show it and you are in tune with it. That's very, very good. Mars Uranus. Been talking about it a lot, but it's Mars passes Uranus today, so very interesting with what happened over the weekend. It's so unpredictable. Um, Everything is so unpredictable with Pluto getting ready to live in Aquarius for 20 years. Of course, it's going to come back into Capricorn in September, but only for a couple months, and then in November it's locked and loaded in Aquarius for the next 20 years. But it's almost like we got to get used to the turns and the unpredictability and not get too attached, be able to detach in many ways from one certain thing and not be too stubborn. So Mars Uranus is definitely trying to teach us like how to find a grounded sense of action and ego in an ever changing, ever evolving landscape of our physical realm. So definitely don't be surprised if something wild comes out of nowhere today and it's, something maybe you're emotionally attached to or connected to, whether it's a world event or something that happens in your life. Um, it can be shocking. It can be shocking and the feelings can be intense. It's almost like with this water energy, with the sun and the moon and even Saturn and Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces and this, electrical conduction of Mars and Uranus and Taurus, like this electricity is conducted heavily and it can be felt intensely. And this is the kind of stuff that can really shake us from our self-confidence, our self-worth, our values. And make us feel very ungrounded. So we do want to like try and find ways to ground ourselves today to merge with positivity, happiness, and a sense of value and worth within ourselves to really understand if things are going somewhere else, if there's a change taking place, we don't have to be so emotionally tied up and connected to a point where we're driving ourselves insane or feeling just a dark, sense of life or whatever's going on. We need to definitely like remember that like it's positive. We got to be secure and know that we're safe in ourselves if we're being unique and authentic in ourselves and our values and putting that forward and flowing properly. So that's how we get to start our Mondays. Pretty intense astrology. Like, who knows? I'll tell you right now, I have no idea. No idea. Maybe the world event already happened this weekend with that transit, but there could definitely be more to it today. But even in our own lives, regardless of political spectrums or world events, don't be surprised if you get surprised by something or someone, or even if you surprise yourself. Kind of welcome it and see how you can find security and groundedness in it, rather than maybe lose our minds or get scared or something of that nature. What did we get? The Five of Swords again. Well, we got it reversed for the weekend horoscope, and here we are today, but it's upright. Well, I would say this is definitely the card of like it almost feels like nobody wins, and maybe we're not looking for wins today. Maybe we just got to clear our minds and like get ourselves, right, and not pay too much attention to what's leaving. There's definitely stuff going on in the background, like what's going on in the background. Well, I can say that in this card, the guy who's picking up the swords here, he doesn't seem too worried. He's got a little smirk on his face. So, in some ways, we want to kind of channel that energy and like be the one that can remain calm through whatever's going on, because it's likely something is triggered today. Maybe not. I mean, look, it could be something great too for people. So, like, everybody's experience is just a little bit different, and I want to recognize that too because I don't think everybody's gonna feel terrible today. And I don't think like the energy's just terrible either. But we definitely want to figure out how to kind of keep a smirk on our face, maybe, see through deception. I would say that a moon in Scorpio is definitely like filtering a lot of bullshit. Um, so it's almost like you could kind of like see weird things happen and kind of just like your BS radar could go off and just get that like intuitive ping, and maybe that's all you need to get out of a mental chaos. And I got the moon reversed, so definitely high emotion. It could feel maybe even like full moon type energy, just with like the creepy crawlies that might come out. Like things might surface that we don't necessarily want to see, but maybe we have to see so we can feel them, understand them, and then be responsible and mature in the way that we deal with situations, and also how we can be adaptable and be changeable. I love you all. Hope you have a great week. I will see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.